Thank you for your time. My name is Lillian Willie. It's time for Fashion Watch. Please use the hashtag Fashion Watch to talk to us on Twitter or talk to us using the SMS number 22422. So last week I wasn't with the Fashion Watch panel and life seemed to have gone on. So I'm pretty hurt about that. But let me introduce these guys to you. This is Robert Burale. He's an image consultant and a motivational speaker, and he will be looking at this week's fashion trends with us. Also with us is award-winning fashion journalist Carol Odero. She'll be critiquing this week's fashion trends with us, and of course celebrity judge Ian from Tasker Project fame, also a thespian, with us on the Fashion Watch and looking at the fashion trends of the week. Let's begin with what was trending this week. Well, let's take a look. So Pope Francis was in town, is currently in Kampala, Uganda. Is in Uganda. And this image here trended for quite a bit on Twitter on the day that the Pope made his maiden visit to the country. He was at State House, Nairobi. And this is the first family. And a lot of you were actually talking about Ngina Kenyatta. You can see her there in the skinny white jeans and the black top. And what was, the conversation on Twitter was pretty much that, you know what, this is not appropriate dressing, this is the Pope, really, couldn't she have found a little cute dress to wear? Let me talk to you, Robert, your thoughts. Is this ideal? Did people overreact? What do you think?
I don't think people overreacted. She dressed very smart on any other day, but not for the occasion. I think the occasion called for another type of dressing. If she should have picked how the other family is dressed. Her grandmother is dressed very well, her mother dressed very well. So I think good outfit, wrong occasion. And Uhuru Kenyatta's son, the firstborn, I think, he should have not buttoned all the buttons.
Okay.
But from Ginaya, it was inappropriate dressing for the occasion.
Carol, I want to get your thoughts because, then again, we have our personalities. She's, a teenager or maybe a young adult and, perhaps just has her style and, doesn't want to be bothered with having to wear things that she ordinarily would not wear. But for a state visit, for the Pope being in State House, was this ideal? If you were to dress her, would you just let her go with her personality?
Well, there are ways to go with your personality and still dress for the occasion. I have to say that she's, 19 or 20? Mm-hmm. It almost signifies how you tend to be, like your frame of mind when you're a teenager, and how when your parents dress you dress for church and you're told to dress for formal events, if you want to rebel, then you tend to do stuff like this, which then makes you socially awkward, mm-hmm. and then it leaves you looking like you don't want to fit in with the rest of the family. So sometimes when you're looking at a state function, regardless of who your parents are or who you are, you need to look at the entire context and how it will reflect on them. I actually think someone should have advised her, and it looks like she was pulled out of somewhere she didn't want to be. It's like she didn't want to be here and present.
Mm-hmm. Ian, you're a dad of young youngsters, teenagers, young adults, yes. So, the pressure to look a certain way, and indeed Kenyans perhaps also looking at the Obamas and really putting pressure on this family in as far as their dressing, and particularly Ngina Kenyatta. What are your thoughts?
I agree with panelists that she should not have dressed like that, and I'm surprised that her parents and her grandmother allowed her to dress like that. Seriously. If she didn't want to be there, then she shouldn't have been there.
Oh, all right. So what do you guys think? Use the hashtag Fashion Watch and tell us what you think about her choice of dressing, which is the skinny jeans in the presence of the Holy Father. Let's move this along and see what else was happening. So this, the Deputy President's family, and as you can see here, everybody prim and proper, dresses on the girls, and the Deputy President's wife there as well. So the contrast here, Robert, what would you say about Deputy President William Ruto's daughter's choice of dressing in comparison to what we just saw with Ngina?
They obviously got the memo, they understood who they were meeting, the sense of the occasion, and dressed accordingly. Mm-hmm. Really, they just did very, very well.
Ian?
They did well, and there's a color scheme as well, mm-hmm. which they did. Yes, they really dressed well.
Yeah, I'm talking about the color scheme. Actually, Carol Wahiga mentioned the same, just what Ian just said, the blacks and the whites. Was this deliberate? Was it just a coincidence, the fact that they went to that uniform sort of look?
I think it's harder to go wrong with black and white as a combination because it's a classic color. So if all else fails, you can't go wrong with black. And if you add white, then it makes it a little lighter in terms of the vibe that you want to convey. And we usually talk about couples coordinating. Even families can actually tell people what kind of what dynamic they have just by how they dress when they go out.
Yeah, okay, all right, food for thought, you guys. So the hashtag is Fashion Watch. Let's proceed and see what else was happening. This is the Machakos County Governor, Alfred Mutua, with Lillian, the First Lady of Machakos. And here we see the coordination amongst couples that Annabelle loves. Let's start with you, Carol. The coordination, the red on his tie, and of course her African print dress with the red detail as well. This another coincidence, or this a planned look?
I would say it's a planned look, knowing what I've learned about this couple from observing them over the past couple of years. They definitely don't dress without thinking about it. And she's usually very stylish. You know, she likes African print, and he likes to dress up. So they're both very conscious of their image. They're very aware of how they come around and come across to other people. And before Robert even says it's the red tie, you know, to convey power because he's a governor, blah blah. You know, but I love it. I love the look. I love the synchronicity without it looking so obvious.
Robert, do you like it?
Absolutely fantastic. And I think for Governor Mutua, aside of Mr. Ruto and Mr. Babu Namwamba, he's the third best dressed politician in my opinion. The coordination of the tie and the suit is perfect. They haven't gone very much immersive, they've just gone in a low tone, and the lady is dressed decent and still very, very appealing, to say the least.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Ian, let's get your thoughts.
Very appropriate. This was the dinner on the day the Pope arrived. Well, not the dinner, but it was the function, his first address at State House, because I was there, and I do say.
Okay.
Yes. This couple, they always dress really, really well, and they coordinate, because even when they're going casual, they go casual in a way that it kind of matches. Yes. And she's very beautiful, and she dresses really sharp.
Good stuff. Okay, what else was happening? So this, away from the Pope's visit, is Carol Kinotti's exclusive fashion line unveiling. Carol Kinotti is a Kenyan designer. She launched a fashion line earlier in the week, the CK collection, and this is poet Carol Derito, who was one of the MCs of the event together with Big Ted. And I want to start with this look for you, Carol. What is this look here? What is this? Is this something that's currently on trend? What is this look?
This would be kaftan, and I think this is part of her, because she was launching her ready-to-wear collection, which I don't think is very common. A lot of designers in Kenya don't even do that. So she wanted something that was not made to measure, but you know, you could buy it for at a lower price, and this is off that collection. And since Caroline Derito was the MC, what better thing to do than to dress her? I actually love this. It was one of my favorite looks of the night.
Okay, let's see who else was there. So this is Big Ted and Carol Derito, and I just mentioned to Robert earlier that Big Ted once watched this show and said that he had to get rid of all his oversized suits because we put him on blast here on the show and said how, you know, ill-fitting his suits were. So I want to talk to you, Robert, and don't be nice because he's your friend. This look on Big Ted, what do you think? The tuxedo?
I mean, he's my friend, former housemate. I'm not just being nice. Seeing a big-bodied man dressed in a well-fitting suit is very rare, and Big Ted has pulled it off extremely well. Black, white, and with a dash of red, it shows a very confident person. And if you just look at the shoulders, the guy has brought his A-game. Not because he's my friend, but on any other person, if you say he's not dressed well, you're a hater.
Ian, what do you think about Big Ted's
I totally agree, because every time I meet him, he thanks me. Every time I meet him, he thanks me. He says, you guys made me change my complete wardrobe. I threw away everything, and I only wear stuff that fits me properly now.
Carol, for the bigger guys like Big Ted, who perhaps prefer to wear oversized suits because, you know, there's just this perception that if you wear something big, then it will slim you. Just talk to the bigger guys about dressing their bodies in a fitting suit and how to go about even just getting suits that fit them right in this country.
Well, the first thing you need to do is find someone who actually supplies suits for your body size. And then you need to get people, because once you get them, they know how to adjust it. And they can adjust it to fit exactly the way your frame is supposed to be fit. A lot of people just buy suits and then they go home with them. Don't do that. Fit it and then get it adjusted. And then when you are happy with it and the tailor is happy with it, then you can take it home. That is always the secret, regardless of your size.
Okay, so Big Ted, yay. This is like a big win. Okay, tell us what you think about Big Ted's look. Use the hashtag #FashionWatch. And this is, these are the Komes. This is Zubeida Kome of KTN. She's a Swahili news anchor, and that's her husband, Kome. So I believe this is the same function. And I want to start with Zubeida's dress, Carol, the yellow on black and the yellow heels. And the fact that, well, you're not the one that is not into the matchy-matchy look. It's Annabelle, I think. But she stepped out this way. What do you think about this look?
Well, the matchy-matchy look here, I was thinking initially when you said it referred to the couple. With her look, I actually love her look. I think it's beautiful. For some reason, I find that when she's juxtaposed with the husband, she looks a little too casual, and there's something about her look that should be, just a little more formality to it. If he's dressed like this, maybe a dress that's probably mid-length would have been more appropriate for that, and just a hint of something blue or his hint of something yellow so that they can coordinate.
So, Robert, we're going back to the coordination amongst couples, and just the fact that here there doesn't seem to be a lot of coordination, like Carol said. What do you think? About this.
I don't think it's a must for when they're going out on a formal function to be coordinated, as long as they're coordinated in their body language. The lady is absolutely smart. The yellow and black, I think it looks good. The black tones it down. The yellow says, "I'm here." The gentleman, husband, Mr. Kome, well-fitting suit. I just wish he had a different color bow tie, a dark-colored bow tie, because it's a bow tie. Is it a bow tie, right?
Light blue bow tie.
Yeah. Very good suit. Everything. Actually, it's a bow tie. I just wish he would have gone for a black bow tie or even yellow bow tie.
Actually, black is all it would have taken for them to coordinate.
Yeah, actually, he looks fantastic. Just got it wrong on the bow tie.
So, Ian, does this mean that, because you clearly missed the bow tie because of that baby blue, do bow ties stand out better when they're in bolder colors?
Yes.
Say black or red, but then red would be mistaken for
if you're wearing a black shirt. If you're wearing a black shirt, then have something lighter, like the yellow.
Okay.
But if you're wearing a shirt like that, it should really contrast the shirt.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And still, I believe at that event, this is Carol Kinoti herself, with her model, with one of her models rather. Carol, let's talk about this gown that Carol has on. Is this also a ready-to-wear design, do you think?
I think this is probably just one of her designs as a couture piece, because it doesn't look like a ready-to-wear thing. It looks more like something formal for a red carpet event specifically for her, because the bottom is actually sheer fabric, and I don't think that consists of part of the ready-to-wear. So this is definitely something she decided, this is my day. I want to look the way I feel, and she wanted something that was sexy and toned down at the same time, because that's her personality. And so she decided to do that.
And I want to get your thoughts, Robert, on, this was her unveiling her exclusive fashion line. But as Kenyans, are we ready for this? Are Kenyans actually ready to wear made by Kenya? She clearly went all out. This was a very glam event, at a high-end hotel. So money was put in to endorse this brand, to make this brand known to the people. But are Kenyans ready to actually step out and spend money on local designers? Do you wear Kenyan designers?
I do. I wear Haikarua design. She's Kenyan. And unfortunately, we have not embraced that. Something could be fantastic. This lady has the best designs. And then, because she's Carol Kinoti, Kenyans would shy away from it. Now, bring the same designs and write Caro Piera. Everybody will be removing all the money. So it's a high time then, we just don't ignore because they're Kenyan. Let's appreciate whatever the designers are bringing out there and buy it on merit.
Okay.
Even in authors, we don't celebrate our own, unfortunately.
Ian, your thoughts, is the fault the designer, or is it the Kenyan mindset? Because then again, the Kenyan would argue that the designers are not doing much to make these designs known to them,
and available,
not aware.
And available. I think it's marketing as well, and how they market their products. Because if they do an exclusive
event,
and then the shop that's selling them is exclusive, then you're just going to have a few people wearing your high-priced garments, as opposed to having them getting some space in Uchumi or Woolworth or something like that, and having more and more people wear them.
Carol, you wear a lot of Kenyan designs. What are your thoughts? Where are we going wrong as the consumer, or where's the designer going wrong?
Well, I think, as Ian said, a lot of it is marketing and also branding, because a lot of designers, people know about them through either word of mouth or through media. So you either tend to have a lot of visibility in the press, or you just have a lot of people who wear your collections and they know that you exist, therefore they know where to find you, but you never really come out and say who you are. So there isn't formal advertising, there is no such thing, so the whole process of doing publicity for your own brand is not a very strong aspect of how they do business. Yeah.
Okay, what do you think? Use the hashtag FashionWatch. Do we have anything else? Still the same event. I want to talk about this little dress here. Carol, let's talk about this look and whether it's in. Is it like, can I wear something like this?
I would like to see that.
I don't think I can. Well, I think the question is,
where can you wear that?
Where can what age appropriately would wear this, and where can this be worn?
Well, I think the trouble a lot of people get into when they look at an outfit is, first of all, you think, I can't wear it because of my age, or because of my body, or because of my complexion. What you do is you get inspiration from it. You don't take it exactly as it is. You don't copy paste it for you. You find something that works with your body. You find something that highlights. Maybe it's your legs, maybe it's your arms, maybe it's your skin. So you can still do the same look, but have the designer or get a look that works specifically just for Lillian. It doesn't have to be the same one. So don't get caught up in the whole age thing or the whole body type thing. Just look past that and look at what works, what do you feel comfortable in. Yeah.
Robert, this look for you.
First and foremost, I don't think you can ignore the age thing. Age is very important, how you dress.
No, but you don't. I'm not saying that you can only wear this if you're 20. I'm saying don't think I'm old, so I can't wear it. Think I'm 20, I'm 30. How do I wear a look that's similar to that, or draw inspiration from that look?
Or maybe just have some sleeves on.
Yeah, have it longer. Have it a different.
Her sleeveless they're good because her shoulders, there's nothing wrong with it, and she doesn't have the meat that hangs. I don't know, those things. I wish she didn't have the dress didn't have this black. What do you call that?
The netting?
The netting.
But that's part of it.
I wish it didn't have that, and the dress was a bit longer. Because even
then that makes it completely
look at how she's standing. She's not
she's out of character there. She's definitely.
Was she a model?
I don't think the photo was taken when she was aware.
No, definitely not.
And that's where real confidence comes in. If you are to look for confidence because a photo is being taken, then there's a problem.
It was probably
you must be confident.
Yes, it's unfair for the photographer to have taken her when she's like that.
Yes, because there's a slouch going on.
What people need to learn, if you're in public, always give a better pose, because you just never know who will take a photo.
And then again, people will argue that that's just being, straight jacket and just, being stiff-necked all over the place.
No, really, not being stiff-necked, but just carrying yourself. And you're a model, and you're there to do this thing. You must be on your A game 24/7.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, the photo that has come on national TV, to the leading TV station, is one that looks like an apology.
Oh, no.
Ian, does the same apply for personalities? I'm in a supermarket, perhaps, I'm busy doing my shopping, wearing my Converse sneakers, just totally out of character. Does that mean that we just have
No, that's different.
And the same applies to you?
Yes. Yes, when I'm in public, I'm really low key.
Are you sure? I've even met you, even Lillian, always on her A game.
Well, that's Lillian, not me.
Yeah, I've met you a few times, huh?
The few times you were lucky. You got me on good days.
Okay. What else is happening?
I'll be sure to avoid you, Robert.
Yes. Also, a red carpet event you're expected. This is Nailante Kanga of True Love. So this is a red carpet event, and she chose to dress it this way for it. So, Carol, again, the challenge of, just wanting to go out there. You're expecting a baby, not knowing what to wear, just not even wanting to be bothered with even looking for something to wear. How to pull off a glamorous look when expectant?
Well, again, find someone who understands your concerns and what you're going through. So that means you might need to shop at stores that actually dress women who've had babies before, because they know the challenges that are involved. And then, you know, be proud of your baby. There's no reason to hide it or to apologize for having the bump. You know, dress it up, love it, and embrace it and glow with it. And then look for style icons, you know, because there are a lot of women who became pregnant at a certain point in Hollywood, and they started changing the whole concept of how to be stylish when you're pregnant. And there was a time when wearing something fitted was not even a look that Kenyan women could do. But now you see it here, you see it on the red carpet. So keep looking at the trends and see what's happening, and then grow with it. Don't use it as an excuse to dress down.
And I'll just, you know, go back to you know, expectant mothers, Robert, and you know, for you as men, I don't know. So can an expectant woman still look sexy with her bump?
Absolutely.
Because traditionally, like Carol has said, we've known expectant women to just wear big maternity.
And that must change.
Yeah.
You see,
it has changed.
This is a classic.
It has changed.
A classic example of a lady who is carrying her baby proudly and looking good. But I'm sorry, expectant ladies, it doesn't mean that if you're expectant, then you walk, you know, the way you eat stones and then you're walking like this. No, no, no. You are carrying a baby. You are looking good.
You're not allowed to say that if you've never carried a baby.
No, no. But what I'm saying is, a woman carrying a baby, I think, is the most beautiful being. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So don't, you know, I've seen women walking and the slipper is hanging and one is torn and you walk like the world is on your shoulders. No, you're carrying something precious. Look good. You've added some cheek weights, you know, and you look beautiful. But now, no, is that not a license for you to walk, you know, like the world is coming to an end, like you're a cartoon? No, dress sexy, look good, and just tell everybody, you know, look at me.
In your next life, you're having 12 kids.
As a woman. My grandfather has 66 children.
Ian, let's get your thoughts as a gentleman, and you know, just for expectant mothers, and just you know, just embracing that moment in your life and remaining sexy.
Your bump is beautiful and makes you very, very beautiful. So dress and show it off, even if you're going to do what are Annabelle's top
Crop
sauce?
top.
Yeah, no, that was
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
I've seen the style of ladies showing their...
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so embrace your bump, ladies. And you know, for me, who's carried a baby before, actually, I wore those big maternity dresses. It was so beautiful to see Janet Mbugua embracing her bump, you know, and just really, really just
really should look for your photos.
Oh, I looked terrible. But now I know I'll shop earlier.
Okay.
Because you get tired, you know, during that moment. Do we have anything else, Mercy? Okay, so your treats. White skinny pants and black top is how I dress when late for a morning class. So at Yambo, I believe you're referring to Gina.
Yeah.
I think Gina dressed well, for real. She showed her bit of trend in a good way. Okay, so that's his spend. Njoroge, Alfred Mutua and his wife look decent, fashionable, and digital. They look smart. And Leah, Carol Kinoti looks really great in that white gown. It brings very good style, made by Kenya. Okay, thank you for watching.
Hey, we haven't finished. Her plug. She's been nominated. We
Right,
need to
Carol,
plug.
tell us about that.
Yes,
by the way.
I've been nominated as the East African Journalist of the Year 2016. Last year I was nominated and I won. Thank you for voting for me last year. Vote for me again this year, because I cannot do it without you. Thank you
Okay, so
very
tell
much.
them where to vote, Carol.
Go to swahilifashionweek.com. You will find a link there. You just click on it and then you can vote.
When is the
vote,
Swahili
and
Fashion
vote,
Week?
and
It's next weekend on the 4th, 5th and 6th.
Okay.
The gala is on the 6th, which is on Sunday next week.
Are we going?
Vote.
Are we going?
I know, right?
Let's hope so. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Thanks so much for watching, guys. That's all the time we had. Please support Kenyan designers and keep talking to us using the hashtag FashionWatch. Good night.